free trial, which is 30 days, and that just has us working on your online rankings. And I can send details as far as how many keyword phrases and everything, what that includes. But the way it works...
Actually, our 3 months with this other company expired today, so we could probably, if you think it's a good idea, because otherwise we won't know if it's your work that's doing us the good or theirs. They recently came back after 3 months and said, well, we probably made a mistake. The guy that sold it to you probably shouldn't have worked on so many keywords. We should have just concentrated on a few, and it would have done a better job for us. Well, I wish I had told us that 3 months ago.
Oh, geez. Sorry to hear that. Well, in that case, what might be best then is if you want to try the other trial that we have, which is it's the fully integrated plan that includes the online rankings and the email marketing. We don't do a completely free trial on that one. We do a 50% discount for the first 30 days. But it's still a month-to-month deal, and it would enable you to definitely see what we're working with for 30 days. And then as far as the email marketing is concerned, right off the bat, we could load up all of the existing contacts that you have and send out a message to them. That would go out on your...
And then how often would you message them? Depending on, you don't want to piss people off, you don't do it too much, but what's a good interval to message people and
What about if you want to do it in groups? Because, like we have, for instance, once a month we send something out to the would-be bride, and then, closer to the wedding date, we'd want to remind them that we're still here. Can you, do you have to send something out to everybody, or can we get really specific?
We can actually get pretty specific with it. It's all about delegating up front how many contact lists you want, and then when you'll need to access them. So as long as you can tell me we need a separate list just for our brides, so we need to identify them, but they also need to be added to our standard monthly email that goes out, that's totally fine.
So the numbers would be the types you gave me for email once a month, unlimited is how much?
That would be included in the $250 a month plan, and the incentive is that it's an unlimited number of contacts. So even if you had 20,000 leads, included in that $250 a month plan is one message per month to all of those contacts.
And then you guys actually do the organizing and keep track of who had a message and who didn't, and when they're supposed to get them, basically, based on groups or whatever.
Yeah, and we also organize, as far as message placement, we're pretty good about helping you create the content. So that's, if you want to write your own emails, that's fine, but included in the service is having our writers do that for you. So.
On our trial, we kind of came up with something, and through eye contact or constant contact. I did one, and we both worked on another on our free trial.
Okay.
And we had the contact we wanted, but we're not very good at organizing the information after, how to send it to certain people and not others.
Yeah, and the most important thing is doing, just like you said, having someone to set up the list organization, but also having a good process. And what we really focus on is we take all of the leads that you have in your system, or the new leads that come in as a result of our marketing efforts and anything else that you're doing. And what we do is we add them to that list and make sure that they're all being sent messages that are applicable, that make sense, and that when they reply, we have a good process in place. So for example, because we're sending the messages out on your behalf, what I'd like to do, I think it would be a good idea, is create some sort of a process that we're all aware of. And what I mean by that is, if we send a message saying, here's a special, are you interested? Some people might not just click a website and buy something. They might want to talk to someone, or they might want to reply. And as long as we can really track those replies and then figure out where they go. That's what's always important to me, because that's what helps you determine if it's working or not. And then if we get to the point where the 250 a month plan is working and you're well ranked and you're happy, then there's other plans and a host of other services that we like offering our clients. And that's always our stance, is to start small, and as long as you're happy with the results and it's month to month, then you can keep it where it's at or add more if you want.
Okay, so if we started with you, because we've been gone and I got like three lists from our third party vendor. I guess we were third party. It would be like quite a few names I'd be sending you up front, but it would, once you got those, then it would be, 100 or so a month.
That's more than fine. And again, even if you were adding 1,000 a month, yeah, I mean it's unlimited in our system. So.
How do you want them? Do you want them in comma delimited, or do you want them in Excel? Or
the easiest way would be via email and an Excel sheet. And what we do is, if you're open to moving.
This is a list of brides.
It's from a bridal store, and it's David's Bridal. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Yeah.
And so they send us a list of their prospective brides, and but they send us two lists. One is a do not contact list, and the other one is, the ones we can contact. So they send it to me in an email, forward it to you.
Yeah, you can send me both lists as long as it's clear, as far as which list is which, so we can keep them separate. And then what we'll do is, if you're open to moving forward, I'll send you our agreement. It's just a basic web form that you can fill out. And then we have the account manager, Marie, will be in touch regarding all of the details. So she'll confirm with you once the email marketing campaign is live and both lists are active. And before any emails go out, what we always do is we send the client kind of a rough draft of what we've created, and we give you the opportunity to either approve it or you can just rewrite the entire thing, whatever you want to do. And then
can I also send you what we send?
That's perfect. The more information that you can send over, the better, because that really helps our team create everything. And then it is.
And now I want to get rude, if I may.
Oh, sorry.
Can you tell me what you offer above and beyond the other companies that do this?
Yeah, definitely. What we offer, I think that's definitely above and beyond, and that's different, is the fact that we take more of an action-based approach to what we're doing. So, for example, most companies, they'll take the city that you're located in and some of the most competitive keyword phrases. And in this case, it sounds like the other company that you were working with tried to go after a lot of them. Rather than doing that, we take a realistic assessment of what the client needs. So if it doesn't make sense to target a bunch of surrounding cities for you, if you're not used to getting customers from these areas and you don't think that people would travel that far, then we don't go after them. And so that's one of the things that Marie, the account manager, as well as the rest of our team is good at going over with you during the first 30 days. And that's kind of why we set up these trials, is so that we can learn your model as much as possible and show you some results over the 30 days and make it compelling enough for you to say, okay, I like what I'm working with, I want to continue.
I was thinking more though of email marketing that you do, as opposed to trying to keep it high on Google. Because like you said, we told the company we'd give them another month. But I was thinking, do you do what makes you special in the field of this email marketing?
Oh, with email marketing, we're just great at conversion. So we're really good at analyzing the entire start to finish process, meaning how are you generating the leads, and then what is the first message that they're getting? That's why we prefer to write that. And then what is the action that we're trying to create? So if it's a coupon that we're sending and we want them to use that coupon, okay, fine. We have our certain methods for tracking that and maximizing conversion. If the goal is to generate a phone call or somebody to fill out a form on the website, that's a completely different type of tracking and campaign that we're going to go about. And so we're good at, Marie and the rest of the team is good at assessing exactly which action you want to occur and focusing on that and then tracking that month after month, because that's how we've built our own business. I mean, we started as a very small company. We've now got over 195 sales agents, and we work in 3 different countries, and it's all been based on this very simple sales model of kind of notching it up and automating as much as possible. So that's where Sure.
One of the things that we want to do, this would be a matter of, I guess, just setting a few more categories for the emails. In this business, it's good to get people's anniversary dates, what their birthday, and things like that, so that we can send them a reminder email, to send their white flowers on their anniversary and things like that. That would be hard as long as we identify a group of people just for that.
Yeah, we can.
Would that be possible? So they go on a certain date.
We can definitely do that. What comes to mind is another viable solution here is we also offer telecommuting or teleconferencing services. So, for example, we do appointment setting. We have a team of agents on this end that work remotely, so they'll take all of the leads that you send us or that come in automatically and essentially call them on your behalf and set up appointments, or like you're saying, if you need to ask dates, if you have leads and you don't know this information yet, we can do that as well. So if you'd like, I can send you a separate email with information about our sales programs, because we actually have pretty great sales agents on this end, callers that can contact your leads on your behalf, and they're not going to do as good of a job as you will selling your service, but they're organized and they're punctual, and they're relentless with their follow-up, and that's really what gets new business.
Oh, that's great.
People do the email marketing and the what do you call it?
And the calling, yeah.
The optimization. Do you get a discount?
Oh yeah, if we're grouping services.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And that's not on our online form. I'm gonna have to send you more of like a custom form for that, but I can have that over in about an hour here for you guys to check out. And I think that might make sense for you. And that's also a monthly deal, so that you can run it for a month and really know what it's doing for you and decide if you want to keep it where it's at or scale back.
All right. We definitely want to start out with you.
Email marketing sounds great.
Yeah, the $125 trial
For immediate
for us to start with would be great, and I think we could go from there.
Okay. So then I'll send you the agreement to get started for that, and then I'll also send you some separate information about the caller program, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Very much. Thank you.
Thank you both. Bye-bye.